Side is temperatures are rather warm, so is that going to help at all with
I mean,
what's coming?
it'll help a little bit until we start to see the temperature really start to drop. But that's one thing that is going to kind of mess things up, too. The fact that it's going to rain a lot today, it's going to be very tough to get out there and pre-treat those roads. So really what's going to happen is ODOT's going to have to wait till the actual freezing precip gets here, and then they're going to really attack those roads. But right now, we're going to start off in Athens. They've actually had a lot of melt yesterday out on the ground. You can see not quite as much snow out that way as there was this time yesterday. And those temperatures pretty mild. We are at 42 in town. We'll end up with temperatures in the low to mid 40s across the area. Looks like we are getting a few spots that are in the 30s, but all in all, not too bad of a start to the day. Actually, temperatures now are right around, if not above the average high for this time of year. We are picking up a little bit of a wind chill factor in Coshocton, Zanesville here in town, but again, not too terribly bad. It's going to feel a lot worse, actually, by the time we get into the first half of the weekend. So we're going to start off with that cloud cover. Those temperatures come up again into the low to mid 40s across the area. Rain starts to roll in as we head through the day, steady to heavy at times into the afternoon. Again, those temperatures stuck in the low to mid 40s. It's going to be warmer than average, but with the rain, it's going to be a cold rain. Cold February rain. And I don't know if that's worse than a cold November rain, but the Guns N' Roses never wrote a song about it, I can tell you that. So satellite and radar imagery, though, we are seeing a little bit of light shower activity out west of us, but we widen out, you can see a lot more rain. This swath going to come through here with steady to heavy rain at times. Here is the rain snow line. Obviously, here's your snow. This is going to be working through here later on tonight into tomorrow. So we do have those winter storm warnings in effect across central Ohio, winter storm watches and advisories elsewhere. Keep in mind, these go into effect later on tonight through Friday early in the morning. All right, let's kind of show you what we're looking at. Models in a decent agreement with what we're going to see. Sleet over to accumulating snow tomorrow. It's just where is that axis of the heaviest freezing rain going to be? This kind of model has it sort of just off to the southeast. This has it kind of in central Ohio and out southeast. So that's what's going to kind of be the, guess the differentiator, or that's going to be the X factor, if you will, in this forecast. Is where does that rain snow line up? Now, I think that these totals are a little high with this computer forecast model. If you're seeing this at home, these are a little high. I do think that, though, we are going to see significant snow, easily upwards of, in parts of northwestern Ohio, a foot or more. Here in town, it's looking like we kind of fall. We'll call it the 3 to 6 mark. I'm still thinking there could be some spots 2 to 5, just depends on how much sleet we get and freezing rain. Less as you move into southeastern Ohio because they're going to see a little more of that freezing rain. So again, here are your snowfall amounts. This is what I'm thinking. We'll call it 3 to 6 here in town, 6 to 9 just north of town. In the far northern portion of the area, upwards of a foot. So that's kind of how that looks. And then in far northwestern Ohio, they're going to get more than that. But again, not quite as much where we have a little more of that icing. And you can see that axis of the heaviest ice just southeast of the city. We had it over central Ohio yesterday. Now it's actually pushed a little southeast. So it looks like they're going to get a little less as a result. But they're also going to be dealing with some freezing rain with then some snow on top of that. That'll lead to some slick spots. And here in town, still upwards of a 1/10 to a 1/4 of an inch not out of the question. So the impacts from this, snow high, ice high, cold air high, and that's going to be on the back edge of this by Friday, but very high impacts on your travel. Hour by hour today, we're looking at 43 with some rain as we get on through the late morning. We top out in the mid-40s with showers this afternoon. And then as we head on into the overnight, that rain turns to a mix. We drop to 27. Tomorrow, we're back up to 31. We have a messy mix. We have some sleet over to accumulating snow as we head through the day. Here we have that rain snow line. You can see right here by Thursday morning starting to work into the area, and we're going to continue to see it around into the morning hours. Notice we start to get that accumulating snow here in town a little later, and they're dealing with snow the whole time up in the northwest, which is why they have more snow. We start to pick up the accumulating snow throughout the late morning into the afternoon, and it sticks around into the first part of the evening and overnight before it kind of shifts to the south and the southeast with just a few lingering snow flurries and snow showers into Friday. So we're going to be dealing with a high today of about 45. It's Groundhog Day. That groundhog is going to get wet. Hopefully Buckeye Chuck has his umbrella. Punxsutawney Phil, we like him, but we like Buckeye Chuck better. And Quillem, the hedgehog out at the Boone Shop Museum. 31 degrees, that's where we are going to be tomorrow with that messy mix. Some light snow early on Friday. Very cold into the weekend. We're going to be back in the 30s next week and actually closer to average by the end of the 10-day.